Okay, nobody talks about this, but buy now, pay later companies pulled off something genius. People used to borrow money for a house, but now these companies have psyoped an entire generation into thinking that buying Chipotle in 4 different installments is normal. And what I found reveals a dark path to where American culture is headed.
And how they did it was starting with convenience. Because obviously, why go to a sketchy storefront when you can get a loan as easy as ordering DoorDash while taking a shit? But once they nailed down the convenience, they knew that wasn't enough. They had to change how it was sold. Because think about it. You feel insane taking out a loan for junk food and video games, right? But what if it wasn't a loan, it was taking control of your money? See, suddenly the decision doesn't feel so crazy. And that's exactly why they replace words like loans, interest, and credit damage with empowerment, freedom, and control. Once you can do that, people stop seeing the trap. And when enough people believe it, that's when culture shifts. Unlike boomers who avoided debt, Gen Z and millennials see debt management now as a normal thing and even as a skill. And with national debt at record highs, I think it's fair to say that as a country, we've normalized it too. Because what may shock you though is that more and more buy now, pay later users aren't just using it to buy brand new sneakers. They're actually stacking loans across multiple apps just to pay for groceries and healthcare. Because for older generations and when the economy is good, calling debt as empowerment would sound crazy. But in a reality now where 2/3 of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, buy now, pay later positioning themselves as financial empowerment actually has made sense to people. And so now when the culture demands it and the economy requires it, these companies have built themselves a shield where they become immune to regulation. Because now it's not just the industry that's fighting back, it's the users that's defending it. In 2024, the CFPB announced that buy now, pay later services would be and should be treated like credit cards with real disclosures and actual rules. But even with those threats, buy now, pay later just kept expanding online, in store, travel, healthcare, because people were using it. And when regulators turned their attention to earned wage access, the industry was already 2 steps ahead. In 2023, the CFPB alleged that earned wage access programs that charge fees should also be treated as credit, but earned wage access quickly found a loophole with tips. These apps now claim that they're free, but with an optional tip. Except if you don't tip, you might not get instant access, or the app might limit how much you can borrow next time. Since a $5 instant fee or a suggested $3 tip here is all voluntary, they argue that it's not interest and just a tip. And they argue that earned wage access empowers individuals to make financial decisions for their unique situations. And when now more than 20 million Americans use these apps regularly, it's kind of hard to argue that. So the case is still ongoing, but the pattern is clear. When you shift culture and position yourself as the only lifeline for people with no choice, you don't even need to fight regulators anymore. Your users will do it for you. So it's not even a cat and mouse game anymore. It's a game where the mouse convinces the cheese to defend the trap. I looked into it all, so click here to watch the full video.